Damn, Daniel!
Okay, so before we begin,
What is this called?
yeah, what is this called? Do we just call it the ScreenSavers podcast? I feel like it's kind of generic.
We will say that for now, but who knows when we'll think of something.
ScreenSavers cast? ScreenSavers
ScreenSavers Creepcast.
Creepcast? Just steal it.
Steal.
ScreenSavers
I just come to you, I'm like, dude, I got a brilliant idea. Let's read creepypastas and call it Screencast.
ScreenSaver cast.
Screen mirroring.
We have a board right above the TV that we game on. It's got all of our funny little ideas. We haven't filmed any yet, but we have two. They're good. I'm very happy with them. Yeah, I'm excited for future projects and the things we're working on. I'm also excited for the room. We I don't know, we haven't brought it up yet, but we recorded the first part. How long has it been now? Like 3 weeks?
I can actually check. When we first we tried to record this for the first time.
Yeah.
I can actually tell you because I have an image of it.
Okay. It's in October.
Tomorrow is 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay.
Honestly, I thought more times passed.
Me too. Interesting.
But
Time's
still.
a little slower now. Yeah, we recorded.
This is a very simple
and...
setup though, but I'm loving this.
Mm-hmm,
This is the first time where I'm like,
it's nice and cozy.
I feel like I'm in a studio. Like, granted, it's a small studio, but I feel like this is where projects get done.
I agree. I totally agree.
This isn't this is the first time where I'm not feeling like, dude, let's make a video and be like, wouldn't it be crazy if we did this?
Mm-mm.
And then that's it.
Right.
Like, there's no or it's not something where we just record and we're just like, whatever.
Yeah.
And then we just throw that shit. No editing. Just
scrap it.
This is something where it's like a actual project with passion. That's why I named the file Passion Project.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
There's actual work and effort put into it.
I'm excited to see the room transform over the days. I think next big thing we work on, my thought was to add to the podcast. We only do this during the podcast. Every other time we just keep them off. We put LEDs here, like right on this line. Your
That's
LEDs are purple and mine are pink.
That would be awesome.
See if we can get that done before next one. And then we can be like, there it is. Something like that. I don't know how much they cost. LEDs usually end up being fucking evil priced. Hey man, this is podcast material. Talking about
No, this is where we resume that cutoff.
Okay.
Future me who's editing. This is where we resume, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll put in whatever we want.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I want to.
That was a crazy. That was a crazy thing we can't keep in, isn't it?
I don't see why.
That was awesome.
Okay. Yeah, it was pretty great, and you all missed out of it, and you can't even pay for an exclusive version.
They don't even go to our Patreon for the exclusive.
Nope. You just never get.
This is it. You will never know.
Yeah,
maybe in 10 years.
That's for us.
Remind me. I'll have some sort of
10 years.
Email me at this email.
In 10 years or now?
In 10 years. 10 years, I'll check it. There's
maybe
like 500.
Maybe we should make that email in 10 years. I don't know if we should make that email now. Maybe we make it now and then we don't open it until 10 years from now.
Someone would take it if I didn't make it now.
We're going to put the email in. Email us literally anything legally. 10 years from now, we will look at that email and see everything that was sent. It's like fan mail, but virtual.
Actually, that's a good idea.
There we go. And then we'll
just put up one. It'll be like something random. It's not going to be like ScreenSavers at Gmail. It'll just be like...
completely random. Completely. I agree. Just something fucking you wouldn't even know. Then we'll know that only people who messaged us are people who didn't accidentally email us.
And it's only in this episode.
Yeah. People who watch episode 1, only you know about this.
We'll see the date too. So we'll start at the first. We won't start at the most recent ones on that email. We'll go to the first and be like, who's the first person to email us?
First person. 2034. Be there, be square. That's scary.
Oh my God. Yeah, you saying that I'm like
31 years old. Jesus. Time's scary and we're not going to think about that anymore.
I don't want to talk about
I saw this video last night, actually. talking about this guy who was on Joe Rogan's podcast, and he brought on some like people who had been to jail, and his whole message was like, this is proof that like people can change after they leave jail, like proof that like the jail
People
system's
can.
working. Right, totally.
People can.
And so he brought him on. This guy, I think it was something like armed robbery. He was sentenced 25 years, and it was like super harsh. But he ended up like, being like the model prisoner in the prison he was in. So on that podcast episode, he's just talking like, yeah, I just realized like I have to get my life together. Like my dad went to jail, my son went to jail, like everyone in my family ended up being some form of like a felon. And it was time for me to change. So he went and he got like his college degree, and he became like, I believe like a defense attorney or something like that. Like he was like, he wanted to help the people in that prison get out and become better people. 32 days after that podcast episode where he went on and preached how he was different now, he murdered a dude, cut him into pieces, and was caught while cutting him up.
I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, it was
You actually
crazy.
can't change. That's the moral of the story here.
Well, all the comments were literally just like, damn, that judge was right for giving him 25 years. He knew. Like, he knew. I don't remember what my original point was with bringing that up.
I don't know, but I
Something
will.
about, like,
I will
prison
say
or
this:
something.
could you imagine
Oh,
going to jail for 10 years or more? Just like genuinely being like, "Damn, I will not get out until." Imagine you go to jail. You turn 20 and you go to jail for. Imagine you turn 20. I'm currently 22. Imagine I am like, "Damn, I'm not getting out." The rest of my 20s, I will be in prison.
Yep.
I couldn't
Crazy.
do it.
That's exactly why that idea came to me. Is I had the same thought. Was
That's why people who
25
do change,
years
yeah.
is so long. Neither of us have lived that long yet. 25 years. It's ridiculous.
That's a great way of putting it. Yeah, neither of us have even
Live that long.
been
at
on this
all.
earth that long.
That long. Right. Insane.
That's crazy.
Crazy amount of time. That's fucking baby.
Well, imagine
25.
like, oh my god, imagine going for 20 years and you're getting out when you're 40, and you're just like, you know what, I am gonna be a good citizen and keep doing that.
Less than a year later, you're fucking back in jail. If you were that guy.
Well, no, but if you did change your life around, would be crazy.
Yeah.
I do know some people though who go to jail and they're just like,
Damn, this shit sucks. I'm changing.
I have I don't know if I'll leave this in or not. I have a coworker who has been to jail, and he is the nicest guy, one of the nicest people I've ever met.
Hell yeah.
Genuinely. Like, I mean, it also could just be we're at work too, but like, I mean, he always does like good morning everybody.
Right.
You know, he's always texting his kids, like he says every morning he texts his kids like, hope you have a good morning, love you.
Hell
like,
yeah, good.
Every Sunday he brings them donuts.
That's cool. That's
like,
hype. I'd love that.
He's always in good mood. He's like, what do I got to complain about? And he's also just like, if I were to die right now, it is what it is.
Right.
Like
Make it the most
I've
of
lived
it.
a pretty okay life. He says this. There's some things I would change, obviously, but for what it's worth, it really wasn't that bad. And I was like,
right.
You are at peace, my friend. And I
truly,
I envy that, and that is, I don't know. It makes my day working with him. I work with him every day, and it's so nice.
Hell yeah, that's fucking awesome.
I used to come to work so tired, and I'd be like, I wouldn't say anything, but in my mind, I'd be like, I don't want to talk, and he'd keep talking to me. But like realistically, like it helped me wake up, and I was just like,
right,
man, work isn't really that bad.
Mm-hmm. I totally get that.
People can, one person can change a work environment so much.
Totally, completely,
and it goes both ways. They can either be like, wow, this job's great, or it can be like, I'm quitting, I'm done.
Yep.
Like, it goes both ways.
Completely, I agree. I can definitely relate to that with when I was working in a position like that with people like that. It's nice. It's nice to know that people can change like that. Except the people I used to work with, a lot of the people I used to work with had been to jail and they told me, but none of them had told me why. And they all were very vague, and my mind had to just fill the gap. So like, I think like 2 of them have definitely like done some horrendous shit. So
yeah, the 2 people who've been to prison who I work with, was only for drug related things like I think it was for distributing. So it wasn't like, they murdered someone. That I would be like
scary.
You're I'd only say good things around them, but it wasn't something where it's like they were a violent person.
Yeah.
It's something where it's like, I don't know, like just because you sell drugs doesn't mean you're a bad guy.
Totally. I agree. I totally agree.
They're not. That's
not bad. I think the only reason that selling drugs is a bad thing, besides it's illegal, don't do it, guys. It's when you're distributing to minors. That's the only thing where it's like, but also the minors have to get the drugs somehow, so it's got to happen. It's a bad system. You know what I mean? I've been in high school.
Even if you legalized it too, like kids are still going to get it,
and they have to get it from an adult. It's the only way.
Yeah,
it's sad, but also like I was in high school. I smoked weed in high school. It's like I may not disagree with the system, but I was a part of it.
Yeah,
so
that happens.
Except I was like the peer end of a system, thankfully. I wasn't like I had a dealer at the age of 16. Like, it was one of those things where it's like I met up with a group of friends and one of them had stuff and it was like, works for me. I didn't have to buy it. I didn't have to meet up with no one. Cool. Dude, I kind of want to get my green card. I've been thinking about it recently. I've been thinking it's the only issue that really fucking pisses me off, dude. Do you know like green cards are subscriptions? You can't just buy a green card. I think I was talking to my brother about it.
They were like, dude, we can make a lot of money, and they
$200. I think it lasts 2 years, which isn't terrible, right? $200 for 2 years,
bad.
Right? But I still hate that I can't just fucking buy one. Plus, you can't own a gun if you have a green card.
What? Even if you've had no criminal charges?
You would have to get rid of your green card and then re-sign up for a gun license. But I've never gotten my gun license.
That's
and I don't plan on owning a gun.
That is so random.
Yeah. Yeah, it is kind of weird.
I feel like that's to deter... No. That's not what I was going to say. I didn't know what to say this because I think that's mostly because, like, well, this isn't just our state, but, with how many people own guns, like, they're just like, well, I'm going to keep my guns.
I'm going to keep my gun. I guess that's less people.
Don't want to get higher. Keep my guns and keep my family safe.
That's true. That's a fair point. There's less people getting high. I don't actually think there's
that many people talking like that. I'm sure a lot of people would be like,
there's so many people in the area we live in, Philadelphia, by the way, if you want to know.
I thought you mean no, never mind.
Okay. All right. But yeah, we have a lot of people in Philadelphia that are the kind of people where it's like, I own a
that $200 over 2 years is about $8.30 a month. So that's nothing.
Yeah, that's nothing. But it's still like if I could just buy it, and then if I wanted to get my gun permit, then yeah, I'd get rid of it and it'd be like, oh, there goes my $200. But the fact that I have to do it again, it's gonna be one of those things where it's like I pull up to buy weed and they're like, sorry, dude, it just expired, and I'm gonna because I have to go spend $200 fucking dollars to go buy another one, and I just wanted to go buy weed today. Like, I don't know, that's a pain in the ass. But shit, what was I talking about before that? Green card, and then
the state we live in of Philadelphia.
Yes, in Philadelphia. I feel like most of the people who own a gun are in the position where like they're like, you know why I own a gun? Protect my family. Like you were talking about, like I keep my house my house safe. My home is a home. Like no one can touch us. But also, I know that most people here are like, if someone broke into my house, I would love to kill them. Like I know for a fact, a lot of people who own guns are like, this is my chance. I can use my gun. I can shoot him. And I know people personally from the places I've worked who have been like, I would love someone to break into my house so I could use my gun. Like, so, yeah, I don't think I need a gun license. Also, I've always said that if someone broke into the house, I would use my sword. So, yeah, it's not in frame, but we have my master sword hung up right here.
You can see the handle. You can
see the handle.
Or the,
Okay, we got my master sword hung up. But yeah, if someone were to break into the house, I'd come in here, I'd pull out the wall, I'd unsheath it, and I'd go downstairs ready. Otherwise, they're going to steal my shit.
Could you imagine stabbing a man and then looking him in the eyes after?
I would slash him, man. I would not stab him.
You cut them in half. Because you might cut it.
Like it's Fruit Ninja, like the little finger shows up and goes.
It's just that easy.
Get out of my house. He's like, whoa, you got a sword? I'm trying to live today. Like you're not trying to cut me in half, are you? I'm like.
And then here's the counter argument to that. What if he has a gun? Be like, well, take it. Take whatever you want.
It's a good thing I live with multiple people. Because we send one of them to the back, right? I show up first, and I'm like, get out of my house. Like, I'm warning you, I have a weapon. And he's like, oh, what are you going to do with that? And then Brogan grabs him. And then I come over and
picks his ass
I straight
up.
Skyrim. I'm like, decapitate him right there. I'm like, don't go. That's what you get for trying to steal my PS5. I had to decapitate you.
Oh my god.
And then the white van with like the comic like spy movie crew. They all got like the little e-pieces in. They're like,
oh,
respond.
Oh my god.
Respond.
Snake.
I pick up the earpiece and I'm like, get out of here. Gone. Yeah. I come out with his head in my.
And then I'll come downstairs like, they'll be back. We need to prepare.
Yeah, and then it's a montage like John Wick, but it's all swords and knives.
Yeah, so
I don't own a gun license, so yeah, like
bunch of
throwing knives.
Throwing knives.
Aren't those illegal? Are throwing knives legal in America?
Yeah, they're legal.
Are they? What's illegal weapons in America? Do you
illegal
know?
Weapons?
Yeah, what are illegal weapons in America?
The only thing I could think of are like big military type weapons. Because like I know things like I know all
LMG.
automatic rifles are illegal, or you need a very special permit for that or something like that.
LMG on my front porch.
Yeah, or like a fucking death machine or minigun.
Yeah, I hear liberals. And
Genuinely though, it would be crazy to fire one of those. But also, you have to be so strong to fire one of those because the recoil is insane.
Yeah.
Also, if you do not have good hearing protection, it will deafen you in seconds.
Without a doubt.
You're done.
So loud, so fast, like it's just a
Constant, like
yeah, ridiculous.
That's why they mount them to two things.
Yep.
That can hold it.
Yeah. Dude, I would love to.
That's why you don't see people in the field just like holding that. Like I saw a thing
like
about
Terminator.
how unrealistic like something like that would be. Not only that, but like you gotta think of it like this. Do you know how fast that thing fires? When you're gonna carry the ammo on your back, do you know how much that would weigh? It'd weigh like over 1,000 pounds.
Yeah.
To actually fire a worthwhile amount of ammo that isn't just 2 seconds.
Crazy. So much. Also, like, they're so heavy. Like,
that's the thing too. Their guns are heavy in general. Imagine a big minigun.
That's why, like, in the military and shit, they like, at least I was told from the guy we know who's in the military. He's told me he's had to run, like, really long mile runs with the ammo on his shoulder. Like, that's part of, like, the setup or whatever. It's like that. If you were in war, you got the dude and probably one other dude with the big ass fucking gun, and then there's like 2 people right behind them with the ammo over their shoulders, keeping up. That's like, what movie was it? I need to ask Brogan. The last war movie we watched, there was this scene where they mounted the gun and the 2 people behind them with the what would you like the sleeve of bullets, I guess to say.
Yeah.
They get killed. And then their bodies are over the ammo. So then one has to fucking crawl into like an open fire to pull the bullets from underneath them. That scene is tense. I don't know what movie that is, but if I could figure it out, I'd love to plug it right here.
Is it like a popular?
I think, no, it's a show.
It's a show.
It's a show. I remember the one big thing about that show that's really cool, but also disgusting is there's this scene after a war. They're in like a fucked up battlefield. And one of them is flicking rocks into like an open head of another man, and like you can hear the blood in his head. But, like,
this sounds good.
It's really good. It's really gory. It's super real. Like, but I just don't remember what it's called.
War films are so good, but they are like
they're sometimes hard to watch.
Tragic.
Dude. Yeah.
Yes, because they're like the most beautiful. Like, war is bad
for real.
Like,
yeah, completely. It's so desensitizing too. Like, to
that's
your
why I
morals
don't
and
support
shit.
any wars, because it's like, well, I mean, I guess it's kind of like a.
Really?
I'm so
brave statement.
very brave statement of me to say,
War is bad.
War is
Keep
bad,
note,
everybody.
we
Yeah.
here at ScreenSavers do not condone war.
That's why I think. Yeah, that's why I think things like the war in Ukraine is like, man, fuck.
Dude,
fuck
we did
the
get political.
Russian government. We do get political.
We did. See,
maybe
now
we'll stop there.
our
Also,
ratings just
wow,
went
another
up.
very brave statement from an American. I don't like the Russian government. The people there. Actually, this is not political at all. When it comes to like countries, this is something I learned. I told you about where it really isn't the people.
Yeah.
Like obviously, there's some people who are
Of
just
course.
like,
Every place has those
Yeah.
kind of people.
but like your average Joe just wants to live a good life,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Exactly.
Like they're not like, yeah,
Fuck America. Fucking.
yeah.
I agree with my
Let's go.
government. I want to fucking destroy everything. Like, I don't know.
No, the average Joe's just like, dude,
aggressive.
I just want to live my life, have a family, chill.
9 to 5.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Yes, sir.
like, so whenever I say like, I hate this country, I will never be like, yeah, everyone there sucks.
Right.
That's also a generalization.
And
it's
racist.
also, yeah, that's racist.
Very
that's
racist.
where racist
Yeah.
come from.
It's just the actions of the scary people in charge I disagree with.
Yeah. I stand by though the leaders of those countries should just fight it out if they have a problem.
Like fist fight.
Yeah.
I do like that thought.
Or it should be like,
Plus, it would be more entertaining.
you know what it should be? It should
What?
be some Dragon Ball shit where you've like a certain amount of time to get like 8 fighters.
Tournament of fucking countries.
No, you get a tournament of countries. And then
Fuck. Who would the Goku of America be?
of America.
Does it have to be politicians?
Can it be anyone from history or
Because that's
it
my
should be
thought.
politicians?
Just politicians.
It has to be because then it's like a bunch of fucking 70-year-olds like
Can we bring?
Ugh.
Can we bring back the dead?
Ugh.
Can we bring back dead politicians? JFK's Goku, bro. Bring him in. Bring him in. Sorry, my alarm's going off. But yeah, he should walk up like Ira Kame.
Oh my god.
Lend me your energy for a spirit bomb. Then I don't know. It's like Bernie Sanders in a wheelchair, like.
Dude, actually though, that shit would be crazy. Going through like presidents of like America fighting kings of like Great Britain or
That's
something
an
like
anime, bro. There's an anime.
That
like
is an
that.
anime.
There's an anime like
Wait,
that.
actually?
Have you ever seen that one panel? It's this.
No way.
It's like a porn meme or whatever. Everyone's seen it. You ever seen the image where it's the like goddess girl and she has big boobs and then there's 2 people holding her breasts up?
No.
Really? I'm surprised.
I'm not even kidding. I am not.
But yeah, it's religions and different cultures fighting. So the main characters
I
are
love
like
that too when it's religions. Where
it's
it's
like-
like you Jesus fighting.
yeah. I remember specifically this one. I don't remember the characters, but it's something that's like infamous Roman like warrior versus like I don't know, like Adam and Eve or something like that. From what I remember, Alec told me the concept a while back, and I was just like, that sounds awesome.
That
I'm
does
pretty sure
sound
Jesus
awesome.
is in that show, but I've just never
I love
seen
that.
it.
I love how it's like. I love seeing shit where it's like Jesus just fighting people because they're just like sinning or something.
Cross attack, like
Yeah.
holy water.
Then they just
Ugh.
die like the witch.
Dude,
from
you know what I was thinking about the other
Wizard of
day?
Oz. What?
GT. And
I need to use the bathroom.
it hurt. Yeah, you're about to shit yourself after thinking about Dragon Ball GT. I fucking hate Microsoft. You know what? Let's go in on this, okay? We've talked about this
Yeah,
before.
you know what? Let's
I
want to
make this public. I fucking hate Xbox so much. I'm so
This
passionate
fucking
about
guy,
video
huh?
games. I love PlayStation. You know, okay, before we begin loving and hating, every company is a company. Nintendo hates everyone, and they will give you lawsuits and make you serve prison for life if
Oh,
they
you're
could.
making cool fan stuff from my game? No.
Yeah. PlayStation,
Nope.
they make fucking PlayStation 5 Pro for fucking whatever the fuck it was, like
Like
$800, some shit like
$700,
$700, yeah,
$800.
some stupid shit like that.
Something where it's like,
Every company is
Why?
bad, okay? Every company is bad. But if we're looking from a purely video game perspective,
From
games
a,
that are
like-
dropping,
yes.
and the consumer being me, who I just play the games, right? I love Nintendo. They
I
make
can
some
agree.
good
Nintendo
ass
is the
titles.
one, as someone who has not played
Many.
nowhere near as many games, it's been more of like your average Joe when it comes
Mhm.
to that. I definitely like I haven't played many of the newer ones, but like anytime I do play a Nintendo game and it is a more recent one, I'm always like, this is great. This is great.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
They drop high quality. They spend a ton of time in it. They don't rush it out.
For me personally, the only company where I understand someone's like, I pre-order.
Yep.
I pre-order. Because,
I don't think I pre-order anything else.
Well, and
but
the thing
Nintendo.
too is like Nintendo, well, they've been around for so long and have always made quality games where like they have not given me a reason to not trust them.
Right.
Is what I'm trying
Except
to say.
for Game Freak. But that's not Nintendo. That's just licensed by Nintendo.
Yeah.
But yes, love Nintendo. Love PlayStation. PlayStation makes some banger-ass games. Fucking Astrobot is one of my favorite games this year. It was so good. Xbox makes me so mad. They don't make games.
What are they doing?
They sit on
Right now.
IPs. They destroy video game portions of their video games. Like studios will just be killed. Like what was their big one recently? They like teamed up with like a really big one, and it was like Xbox is now with Bethesda and this, and then like a couple months later they were just like, and it's gone. Like, but yeah, fucking scummy company. They don't do fucking shit ever. The Xbox is by far the worst option to buy. If you are looking for a console to buy, because we're getting closer to the holidays, if you're like, damn, I kind of want to get something, do not buy an Xbox. I have a younger brother. Last year, he was like, I'm going to get an Xbox for Christmas. That's my big thing is I want to ask for an Xbox. And all year I was telling him, like, dude, what are you going to play on it? Fucking nothing. Buy an Xbox 360 and play those games on an Xbox 360. You know what happened? He got an Xbox for Christmas. He didn't play it ever because all the games he wants to play is on PC. He sold it and now he owns an Xbox 360. So yeah, Xbox is the worst choice to make. They make no fucking games. If you own a computer, not only do you have computer things, but you also have Xbox games on it with Game Pass, PC Game Pass. It's just, I hate Xbox. I hate them, period.
Yeah, and for me, I gotta say, I don't know much about Xbox, so, but like, genuinely, like, what are they up to right now? I never hear anything about them.
They don't do shit.
Like, at least with PlayStation, I don't know, I hear things about PlayStation, biggest thing being Astrobot that came out, but like, with Xbox, I could not tell you. The last thing I've really heard is back when they were like the new consoles were coming out and they're like Xbox Series X. Also, their naming scheme sucks.
So
that
bad.
I will actually 100% agree on.
I feel so bad for parents.
Xbox 360, Xbox One. And that's honestly, that's like, okay, not
They got
that
different names.
bad.
Yeah, there's still Xbox.
Xbox Series X.
Well, also, besides that, is they made Xbox One X. They made Xbox One S. They made Xbox One X. Then they made Xbox Series S and X.
And it's just like, oh,
why?
What? Like,
yeah.
Where are you going with? At least with PlayStation keeps it simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Yeah.
Literally
there you
perfect.
Go. You don't need to, or at least you would think like, I don't know if I could do the same thing. Xbox 2.
I wouldn't mind it. Fuck it.
And also, other than the Game Pass, what do they got?
Nothing.
And even then, I will say, I'm not like a hater, like, Game Pass is stupid.
Right.
But I do agree that, like, if every company did that, I would hate it.
Me too.
I would absolutely hate it. Because also, it's just like, what if I don't want to own it online? And not even that, just, what if I want to just own the game, not have a subscription to it where when I stop paying, it runs out?
That's another reason why I despise Xbox passionately, is because Xbox Game Pass being the biggest subscription ever when it comes to video games, it's clearly showing that there's a market for people who don't care if they own the game and they will go out of their way to buy a subscription just to play it or even just try it, which I think getting Game Pass is nice for the consumer in the sense that if you're someone who's in a worse position, if you live in a worse household, you're not making as much money, but you still want to play games, Game Pass is great.
Yeah,
$8
I'm not
to
saying
get
like
all
there's
these
no
games.
reason to have
Right,
it.
right. But the biggest thing I fucking hate is it's proof that we could get to a point where physical media for video games is just thrown away. Like if companies can save on removing physical games, if they don't have to make physical games anymore and they can just drop them, they're going to save so many resources. But now we will never own our games ever again. If Xbox becomes the lead, if Game Pass becomes the first thing that becomes the steps towards removing physical media, it would be the worst. The absolute worst. Like,
I have two things to say about that. I don't think, in at least our lifetime, I'm not going to speak for like hundreds of years in the future. In our lifetime, I don't think that'll happen. I think we'll always have
I hope.
physical media. And the only time where I think an online service for games is really where I'm like, this is completely justified is something like when it's like retro games where what are you gonna do, buy the console and the game? Like, I don't have a couple hundred to just play the singular game. That makes sense. Where
Nintendo Switch
like,
Online,
yes, things like that. Also, another thing too is I hate about Game Pass is how like PlayStation has like PlayStation Plus, which gives you free games and stuff. They don't do that on Xbox. You have to just pay for Game Pass.
You have to pay for Game Pass and Xbox Live, don't you?
Yes. Which it's like,
that's so fucking dumb.
That's one thing I'm glad I have a computer now, so I don't have to pay for
online gaming.
That is crazy. I already pay for Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I have to now pay for my console to connect to the internet?
Fucking stupid. I'll give PlayStation credit. They had a couple of their most recent games they've dropped that have been multiplayer.
And PlayStation had game sharing too, which is awesome. I don't know. Does Xbox?
I don't know.
I think they do actually.
Do they? Do they have family sharing?
I don't know, but I feel like they do.
Yeah. I don't know. But I'll give PlayStation this. The last couple multiplayer games I've played on the PlayStation, like Warhammer, you haven't needed PS Plus to play it. I was able to play most of Warhammer without ever buying PS Plus. Really? I was able to play the online multiplayer in co-op and in versus. I think it's cross-play games you can play without a subscription. I don't know about Xbox, though. Thankfully, I don't own an Xbox Series X.
I think it's awesome.
It's great. There's no downsides of crossplay. Like, Minecraft.
Not everyone can do it.
Here, to counteract the negativity, shout-outs to Xbox for making Minecraft crossplay. They were the stepping stone towards almost every game that you can think of having crossplay today. Like, they were like, we own Minecraft now, and everyone's like, fuck, now we have to buy Minecraft on PC and Xbox, that's it. And then they're like, nope, it's going to keep releasing on everything, and now you can play on anything with anyone. Like, beautiful.
Yeah.
Greatest idea
I
ever.
will say Minecraft's the one thing where, like, I've never been like, this sucks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've never been like, genuinely, this has been so bad for Minecraft. There's some things where I'm like, you didn't need to add that. But it wasn't like, there's never anything negative.
Well, now they're changing too.
Yeah.
With their, like, small update releases. Do you see the next update coming out?
Maybe. No, I'm just kidding.
It's a horror thing. They're adding a horror character. Because horror mods were getting really big. It's so cool. So they're adding a whole new biome. I don't remember what it's called. It's called
biome for this? Oh my god.
I think it's called like Terror Wood or something like that. Put the image of the mob right here. But pretty much, yeah, it's a mob and a biome. So it's a new forest. And the whole thing is that it's like this gray wood. So it's like a horror wood aesthetic. So you can make scary looking mansions and shit. So that's cool. It's a cool color. But the biggest thing is some of the trees in that biome aren't trees. They're mobs. So when you go to mine them, it activates the mob. And they're like these Enderman tall wooden monsters. And they stalk you. They will stalk you in the dark and shit. And they'll chase you down.
No way this is real.
You know the motherfuckers who made
Minecraft's a kid game.
Nah, dude, the Warden. That Minecraft is no
the
longer
Warden is
game.
actually so terrifying. It's one of the only times when I play, I'm like, oh, I don't talk either because like I know it can't literally hear me, but I'm like, I gotta be quiet.
I gotta what? Yeah, every time I'm in a deep talk, I'm like,
especially when you hear it spawn, I turn around, and I crouch, I'm like,
yeah,
I'm not making a single sound,
but it's awesome because it's scary. But you know the Minecraft YouTubers who animated Villager News? Have you ever seen Villager News? They're like,
no.
Villager News. They've been doing videos for like 6+ years now, where it's just like they do really good Minecraft animations. The Minecraft team hired them to make the trailer for the update, and it is Villager News. Like it's their series they made on YouTube, but now actually a Minecraft trailer. And
really?
So it's this thing where it's villager news, and the newscast are like, "Whoa, what, today we're doing," and then this guy walks up and he's like, "There's something in the woods," and they're like, "Oh no, he's full of it." And so it's like 10 villagers go into the woods, and then that shows off the new mob. Is they all get taken out one by one in this new biome, and they're like, "No, there's no monsters," and they find it. It's cool. I have to show you after this. It's like a 6-minute animated video. It's really sick, but I'm so excited for this update, dude.
That does sound cool.
I kind of want to make a base there, so that way I'm incentivized to mine the trees in the area, and every time I'm mine, I'm gonna be like, "Ah, okay."
Oh my god!
I think we're good. Oh, okay. So before we start another tangent, I want to shout out to a little bit of people on our team who are going to be helping us. Shouts to Jake, our artist for our thumbnails, and any form of art we're going to use on the channel. Shout outs.
I'm so excited to see
Same.
shit he's gonna
Shout
make.
outs to Gage, who will be making a lot of our music, and we'll be showing a lot of his
He's
music
good.
too.
He's good at making music.
Claben, is it real Claben or is it just Claben?
I think it's just Claven,
We're
but
bad
I don't
friends.
know.
Put it here. Here's his tag.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. He probably made like the intro music for this and the outro music for our regular videos. We have a project we're working on.
And if you don't, we're cutting you out of the video in our lives.
Yep. And we're done.
You're done. You're done. This is the last straw.
I appreciate our friends, and I'm hoping we can get in contact with because they're both going to school for film. So they know, like, you know, they could be cameramen. They could be competent cameramen. And like,
I cannot say anything, or else I will start getting too excited for the future.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's one of those things where it's like Gage and Jake, they're on board. We gotta we gotta go to them.
That's something where I have to be like, guys, we are monetized. Like, you could be helping us and things like that. But I don't want to get that far in the future. Mostly because I don't want. Dude, if I could talk about, like, imagine if we had this, this, and this. We're not there yet.
No, not at all.
I am not saying nothing.
Yeah.
Because
stay current.
It's genuinely just for... I'm going to say this now. I believe this will work. But...
confidence.
Just in case, I'm not getting my hopes too high, so I'm not just depressed if it doesn't.
But that's just how it is, man.
Actually, let me change that statement. I don't think this is not even that it's going to work, but there will be some success in something. Whether that's like in like career life or just like I have learned new skills of how to make videos like this. You know, I think I'll be getting something from it, even if it's just a good time.
Yeah. That's something we can talk about. You're learning to edit.
Yes.
Yesterday
I'm pretty slow compared to this guy.
That's okay. Been editing for years.
Zoomer over here.
But you call me Zoomer?
Like,
go
you're
fuck
fast,
yourself, dude.
I mean it enough. Because you're fast. If I had my knife, I would stab you.
Oh, Nintendo. You see, Nintendo. You know, looking at the history of Nintendo and seeing like Zelda 1 through and like Mario through, you can see a pivotal point throughout that where it's like, yeah, Super Nintendo era. Holy shit, these games are crazy. N64, these games are insane. But the best part about Nintendo, they're still doing that shit today. Think about the span. You haven't experienced it yet, so you can't fully comprehend it. But the span between Skyward Sword, which was like, damn, this is like the most story-driven Zelda, to fucking Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild, you know, even today with our standards of video games, when that shit dropped, everyone in the world was like, this is insane.
I literally saw a video at the time how it was like, this saved Nintendo. Because I remember in that video they talked about, I know I already told you this, but
the Wii U.
The Wii U came out and the sales were just really bad. Like they were losing money. Mm-hmm. And it was like, we got to do something. And then they released the Switch. And, you know, people were like, this is really cool. You know, people were buying it, but I don't think it was like enough. And then they released Breath of the Wild. And then I remember people went crazy for that game. And that's the thing, because it was a Nintendo too, people were like, this is going to be good. And it was even better than I thought. Mm-hmm. And it was just like, oh my God.
Dude.
I think I will buy multiple Switches.
Bro, my parents are evil. Because what happened was my dad, he bought the Zelda Collector's Edition, the Breath of the Wild Collector's Edition, which comes with a Switch, and we got it on release, but he didn't tell any of us. So when the Switch came out, I kind of just mentally accepted, like, I'm in middle school, I don't have a job, like, I'll have to probably wait till Christmas to, like, ask for one. I can't realistically think of getting one at this point. And then he came into the house with it, and I was just, like, speechless. I remember the exact feelings. It was, like, chills. Like, I was just so cold when I saw it. I was like,
really?
Like, what? That guy, that pal, that jerk, he let my younger brother play it, which is fair. That's okay. Hey, everybody gets their turn. Not Tristan. Tristan doesn't get his turn.
What?
Only was allowed to play it. Not me.
Why?
I don't even remember. But yeah, I remember being like, can I play now, please? Like, I have been playing Zelda games since I was, before you were born, motherfucker. Can I please play it? And this is before he kind of, grew up a little bit more and is more relaxed. My younger brother is very cool now. That guy was a spoiled fucking brat, bro. That guy was like, no, I get to play. Dad let me play. Dad didn't say you could play. He let me play. So I remember I couldn't play, and I went to bed. Like, the moment I realized, like, wow, they're not going to let me play, just went to my room, went to bed, just because I mentally could not handle the fact that we owned one, but I was not allowed to play it. But then that night, don't get mad at me if my parents are watching this now, specifically my mom. My mom watches my stuff. I snuck into their room, and my dad purposely put it on top of their dresser, so that way I'd have to walk past right next to them, and he would wake up. Dude, I'm slick with it, okay? I walked in,
Really?
not a peep, not a noise. Grabbed the whole box, went to my room, undid it, memorized where everything went, played it for like 4 or 5 hours, put it back the way it was, put it back in the case, put it back. They had no clue. They had no clue. But hey, I got to play it. Breath of the Wild made me cry very hard. I was in my room like,
so excited to get to that game because
this is art.
That's
the
another
intro to that game is so cool. Like, I'm not going to talk about it at all, but like,
all I know is that you wake up in a tomb and
it's
some
so
person's
different.
talking.
The presentation and everything, like,
I'm excited.
So different.
Mostly too because I don't know how, like, I've seen like bits of like cutscenes with Zelda, but I have no fucking clue what is going on in them.
She's kind of like the highlight of the story. Zelda is like,
I know there's a scene of her crying with Link, but that's
such a good scene.
But like, and also too, this is the craziest thing. I literally know, other than what you have showed me, which I really, again, I wish you didn't show me that there's a whole spoilers, I guess. Which no, this isn't really spoilers.
Everyone knows Zelda.
Yeah, but
except for you.
In Tears of the Kingdom, yeah. There's the whole sky area, but there's even an underground area.
The depths.
You told me that, which
but
that's not that bad.
I 100% had tears when I showed you it, which means you don't know what the depths looks like without the lights on. It's awesome. It's so cool.
I didn't even know you could turn the lights off.
That's all I'll say then.
What? Why would? Oh my god. Okay, whatever.
It's all right. We'll get to it in a year.
But yeah, that I'm excited for Tears of the Kingdom because other than what you've literally shown me that there's sky areas and the underground area, I literally know nothing.
Good.
Actually, the only other thing I know is there's a character who has a Switch in it.
Oh,
this one girl with white hair.
Yep.
That's it. That's all. That's literally. Fuck. You want to know what else I know? Link loses his arm.
Oh, that's okay. That was in all the promotional stuff.
Okay,
it's
yeah,
on
I was
the
gonna
cover
say
of the game. It's one of those things where
that's something where I don't really think that's that big because I know that was like
you don't know the reason of how it happens, what the arm means. So like it's like how everyone knows what Super Saiyan is and they know what happens in Frieza, but no one knows why until you're in the scene. You're like, I understand why this is history. Like,
yeah. So yeah, I know essentially nothing about honestly both games, mostly both games.
Good.
So that is crazy. And I no longer really have internet access, so that shit will not get spoiled unless someone I know tells me something, which isn't going to happen.
Nah.
So
the only other person who knows stuff about Zelda is an Otto. That's it.
Yeah,
so
they
as
went
long as
for-
Otto isn't texting you like, "Yo, you here?"
The other thing I'm excited for too is the DS games, because unlike
Oh, I'm
Tears of the Kingdom,
excited. Also, I'm not.
genuinely, and this is like I 100% mean this statement, know absolutely nothing about them. I don't even know what Link looks like. I could not name you a game. I could not come up with an image of what it looks like in my head. I have never even seen a DS Zelda game. So I'm very, very curious what they even look like. I know nothing.
I was actually thinking about that because we were talking about that yesterday. Last night while I was just chilling out at my desk, I was like, fuck, dude, because I started thinking about the DS Zeldas. I listened to the entire OST of my favorite DS Zelda yesterday, and I cried. The music in that one game, I'm trying to think if I can get a hint without spoiling anything, so that way the people watching know which game I'm talking about. Oh, I know. Oh, no. Okay.
What? Yeah, what?
That game, it's got some good music. The final boss of that game is so good. It's one of the best Zelda final bosses, I'd say. The music, the tension, the fight itself. Only issue, we need to find a way to play it.
That is going to be the hardest part.
Because I'll tell you now,
going to be the hardest part. I think what we're going to do...
You don't use control stick in that game. You use touchscreen to move and do everything. All the movements on the DS Zelda games, it's all touchscreen. So it's either... We play on DS and we buy a DS capture card, which is still a while for now. So theoretically, we could.
Yes, this is.
Or when me and Otto were playing through the games, we just taught ourselves. Wait, never mind. We're good. I have a drawing tablet, which means we can have the top screen on the TV and you can play it on the drawing tablet, and then it's like a Wii U gamepad. All right, we're good. We're good now.
I never even thought about that.
I just thought about that. Yeah, it's perfect now. It's literally just a big DS then.
Giant DS.
But we're playing it legally. We'll be playing on DS.
You own the game.
Mm-hmm. I do own the game.
Yeah, I was like, that's not even a lie. You own the game.
I do own the game.
So yeah, I know absolutely nothing about those.
Yeah.
Which I'm
glad. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I love The Legend of Zelda. Fun fact, brave statement. I love The Legend of Zelda. It's great. Skyward Sword's gonna be fun. Majora's Mask.
Dude, the last 5 games, not including the special surprise at the very end, the last 5 Zelda games are going to take forever. Specifically, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I feel like.
I'd say the last 3 games.
Well, Echoes of...
No,
do you think
4.
Echoes of Wisdom will take anywhere near as long as like Breath of the Wild and stuff?
Depends on how much you want to do in it.
I'm not 100%ing it.
Okay. My 100% took 30 hours.
Yeah.
So
I'm not 100%ing. I mean, maybe some games if I'm like...
Might as well. Link to the Past is an easy 100%. We were pretty much doing it in your playthrough. So
yeah, so unless it's something where it's like, you really don't got to go that far out of your way. But if it's something where it's like, I assume Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom where like...
No, we will not be 100%ing those.
No.
I
will probably come back one day and be like, I need to do 100% these.
No,
but
don't.
No?
Do not. Do you know what Korok seeds are?
Oh, God.
Do you have any idea what Korok
Nope,
seeds
and don't
are?
tell me.
Okay.
That's all I need to know.
If we did
That's
everything,
all I need to know, honestly.
If we did everything but that, it would be a 100%. Everything but that.
Just answer me this. This is the only thing I'll ask.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a probability thing?
No. It's too many things. There's a lot of them. Like, just an amount.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, I will not be 100%ing them.
Mm-mm.
Also, I'm sure there's just so many side quests in those games.
Yes. A lot. And a lot of them are kind of mid. I'm going to be honest. There's a lot of side quests where it's really, really cool. Most of them, it's just like, it's fetch quest. Shit where it's like, man, I'd love an apple. Go and pick up an apple and bring it to him, and he's like, thanks, here's $5. You're like, wow, I'm so glad that checked off a side quest on my little
progress bar. I'm glad you played these
bar.
games so much because, have you 100%ed them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm. Tears of the Kingdom was a better 100%, but it was still pretty bad when it came to Korok seeds, which are just shit. Also, not a spoiler, this is a thing in the later Zelda games, but it's nothing big, and we probably won't even touch it. They introduced this thing in Ocarina of Time called Master Mode. It pretty much how it works is they removed recovery hearts. You can only heal by getting a heart container, getting all your hearts back, or drinking potions or fairies. You can't like find hearts in grass or anything. Every game after Ocarina of Time has a master mode. Some master modes change the game, so it's kind of like New Game Plus in Zelda 1. So like new dungeon layouts, harder enemies, etc. Breath of the Wild has a master mode, and I haven't done it because I'm not a fucking psychopath. And has 100%ed the base game and master mode. Master mode only makes the game harder, so it's not even worth it at all. It's literally the exact same 100%. No new dungeons, no new anything. It's the same thing. It's just slightly harder. Actually, it's quite a bit harder.
That's crazy.
I mean, kudos to him.
How
but
long
also,
do you think
like,
it'll take me to
never.
beat the final boss in Tears of the Kingdom?
How long will it take you to beat it?
Because I have to beat him to beat the game, right?
Yeah.
So how long do you think it'll take me to beat it?
Are you saying how long do you think it'll take you to beat Tears of the Kingdom, or do you think how
just
long
the boss?
Just the boss. I feel like it's a spoiler to tell you.
Okay, then that's all I need to know. That's all I need to know.
Tears of the Kingdom is the best final boss of any game I've ever played. Any game. I've played all the Souls games. I've played all Nintendo games. Tears of the Kingdom is just... I was at a lack of words when I was playing it, dude. I was just mouth open, TV on max volume, tears in the eyes, like, it's perfect. Like, that's all I say.
I'm so excited, but oh my god, we got a ways to go.
We'll have a good journey along the way. It won't be one of those things where we beat one and we'll be like, oh, we're this far away from tears. You're going to be like, that was awesome, and I'm excited for the next one. Starting after this one anyways.
Question, what console, or what game, and I guess console, unless it's a DS game, don't tell me the name of it.
Yeah,
comes after, not Ocarina of Time, because that's Majora's Mask. After Majora's Mask. After N64.
You want to know the name of the game or the console it's on? It's on Wii U. It was originally on GameCube. It was remade on Wii U.
Twilight Princess is after?
No. Before that one.
Oh, Wind Waker?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wind Waker. But also we have to play some smaller games first. I think it's Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask.
No, yeah. Which one
and then
came
it's
out?
like,
was it like a...
I think it's... that might be Four Swords Adventures, which would be GameCube and Game Boy Advances. Also, we would have to find 2 more friends. Otherwise, we can play 2-player, but it's not going to be as authentic.
I don't know how we record 4 people. It would
we would have to just record the GameCube, which kind of sucks. Maybe we can get someone to walk around and use their phones just to be like, this is what we're doing. But we wouldn't be able to record all of our screens and the GameCube.
Way.
We just have to do the GameCube.
We don't have the equipment.
Which, I mean, most of the game is on the GameCube. It's just stuff like small caves and little mini games. Most of the game will still take place on the TV.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a special like stream or something.
That could be fun. Yeah, I definitely want to stream.
I think the hardest part about doing this, which makes me, have so much hope for ScreenSavers, it's so hard to find people who you can record with, and it's like
natural.
Natural, yeah, that's the word. Because I don't know how to explain. Yeah, I didn't know how to.
It is kind of hard
because there's a lot of people who are like, and I mean, I've had this problem where you get behind a camera and you're like, I got to be this way. I'm not like
freeze.
Me.
Yeah,
or you're just like every second you're like saying something, and then when you are talking every second, just to talk, it's like what?
It's hard. It's a practice. Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, we've been doing that for the last hour and a half.
Yes, but this is just because it's like a podcast, a conversation. This isn't like I'm playing a game and because like there's points where I need to focus.
Right, especially Zelda.
Especially
lock
Zelda.
In during fights. That's true. Yeah, I mean, I think we have good selections for recordings. I think Gage is a really good person to have on camera. I think he can.
He is. I think Gage 100%. Especially after that Pokemon video, I was like, he's got it. He's good.
Totally. I don't know how Jake will be, but I hope he could show up and do it because I love Jake and I think he's one of the funniest dudes I know.
I would love. Oh my god, it'd be awesome.
Yes, sir. Well, we've been going for an hour and a half. You think it's good to wrap it up?
feel like what's one final thing we want to talk about here?
I don't. You got anything you were wanting to say for this that you can think of?
I think I think we'll finish with a few more channel things, which is I think we'll add more detail for the like the Zelda video with Zelda 2. I'm thinking with the border, the background, we also add the like Windows 95 like button. Do you know what I mean? Like the Windows button.
You mean on the bottom in the taskbar?
Yeah, the bottom left on taskbar.
Mm-hmm. We would have to make our own though, just because like we couldn't have any Windows actual things in our dinghy.
Oh really?
You know
Why not?
Yeah, just in case. Also, it's
That's
just
smart. Yeah,
more creative to have our own.
True. And then so I think what I'm trying to say here is we're gonna slowly be upping the quality in some things over time.
We are in baby steps right now.
We are absolutely baby steps. We're in the pre-alpha.
We straight up. Welcome to pre-alpha. Costs you $10 a month. ScreenSavers now a subscription. What YouTube channel did that? Try Guys? Is that who it was? Who were like, we're moving on to better things. And then right at the end they were like, come to our website. And then everyone's like, fuck you, what? No. And they were like, we take it back.
Yeah, the only other thing I can think of is something like, what was it? It was a reaction channel where they're like, we're copywriting reaction videos. And everyone was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
What the
and then they
fuck
took
are
it
they
back.
called?
They were like, yeah, we messed up.
They're the motherfuckers who do like kids react.
Yeah, it was like
grandmas react.
Yeah, I don't know what the channel's called, but
Tumors react. That could be a fun parody, but I don't know what. Blank reacts to, and then we can make them watch like Hawk Tuah or something, and then
the
it's
most
like
vile brain rot we can think of. Kids react to the most vile brain rot we can think of.
kids react to early internet horror shit, like the Road video, look at the hill.
Oh yeah, that no one ever showed me that when I was a kid.
What? You got
No,
lucky.
I did get lucky. I know that show would be like, ah! Like freaking out.
Have you ever seen the My Little Pony YouTube video called Smile?
No, thank God. Do I want to see this?
Yes. This is internet history right here. Not as bad as I remember.
She blew up the Earth.
Yeah, she
This
killed
is
everyone, I guess.
Dragon Ball if it was
Awesome.
the worst timeline possible. What is that? Oh my God. I'm not. You know what? I am about to look this up.
What? The white pony's name?
Yeah.
I've said this before, but every single girl I've ever dated has been a My Little Pony fan. So I've seen a couple episodes. I've banged to a couple episodes. I can say that.
I'm cutting that out of the video.
What? Why?
Rarity.
It's a flex.
Rarity. That's her fucking name.
I wouldn't have remembered, but that.
No, I would not. I just know her.
What a great finale to this first
What
episode.
a shit finale to this first
My Little
episode.
Pony, guys. We're bronies now. You know
We are
what?
not bronies.
Go ahead. That email we sent at the beginning, go ahead and send brony art. Make our ponies.
Do not.
Please.
Do not fill that.
I would love to see it. I would love it. Thank you in advance. But how about we wrap this up?
I despise you.
It's going to be great.
We're done.
10 years from now,
This
we're going
is
to be like, dude, that's us as bronies.
We're titling this The End of ScreenSavers. I'm done. I'm done.
The beginning of the end. But also just the end.
My first episode. I'm quitting.
I'm done. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching the Screensaver podcast. We might find a more creative name later on. But
we'll also try to find something more background stuff.
That's true. The world will continue to change around us. But we appreciate your support for watching us. We will be uploading a podcast episode every single Thursday, so we will see you again next week. I was
You
Tristan.
take that from Super Mega?
Hmm?
You take that from Super Mega? Don't they do a podcast every Thursday?
Is that? Yeah.
I swear to God, they do it every Thursday.
There's no way that
This guy's a fake and a fraud. He literally just steals.
People cannot look at the fact that Super Mega uploads their podcast every Thursday and go, "You fuckers."
We steal all of our ideas from Super Mega.
We are heavily inspired,
No, but
and we
we-
love Super Mega.
Yeah, I would never. Actually
It is every
steal the-
Thursday.
I thought you said that, and I was like, yeah, I just thought of it, and I was like,
Well, Thursday, we were talking about this. Thursday is just a good day to do a podcast. Nothing going on. It's a chill day. in a week.
I think Mondays.
No.
Mondays suck.
Monday should be the most productive day. We should just edit all Monday. That's my opinion about it.
Yeah, we'll figure out a schedule for this.
Yeah, we'll get it figured out.
This is essentially my second job at this point with how much time I'm spending on this.
It's a fun second job.
Sorry, passion project, which it is, but it's also a passionate job project.
Yep. Okay, yeah, but this was I'm Tristan. That's Sam, and we'll hopefully see you next week. Bye now. So did you like that video? Did you like Smile? It was great, wasn't it?
No, what was that?